Hi guys, watch this video if you want to know what red flags you should be looking for in your chilli growing setup. So when I am replying to your emails on the Growing At inbox, a lot of you send me photos, which is perfect. That is the best way for us to help troubleshoot what you've got going on. So I'm looking at your photos and I'm looking for the red flags that appear. So in this video, I'm going to take you through a handful of photos we've received in recent years and the red flags that I've looked for so that you can troubleshoot your setup at home. So this is the first image that we've been sent, and you can see the chilli, the pot, and a bit of the surroundings. So this one looks like it's being grown outdoors in a kind of home style grow tent polytunnel, which at this time of year, we're now in August, that should be absolutely fine, although we would never recommend starting off chillies outdoors. So depending on the time of year, you get a picture, we get a picture that shows growing indoors or outdoors. That can be the first red flag. This plant has got yellow leaves, so that's another red flag that can suggest some sort of nutritional deficiency. So I would be looking at what you're feeding the plant, how often are you feeding the plant, what is the growing medium that it's planted in. This looks like soil with some sort of vermiculite or perlite mixed in, but what kind of soil is it? Chillies like free draining soil. This one could also be described potentially as being a little bit leggy. So how and where and when was it germinated? Has it been starved of light at any point? So there's a lot of different red flags that you could come up with that would lead down different avenues in terms of how you could potentially get this chilli plant back on track. Now in this second video, I'm seeing a pot of 3 different chillies, which looks like it's outdoors. So again, time of year, it's outdoors. That could be potentially a red flag because chillies don't like to be outdoors for the early part of the growing season in the UK. Now there's 3 chillies in a pot here and only one of them seems to be particularly struggling. Interestingly, 2 of them seem fine. If it was a blanket environmental factor, then normally it would affect all the chillies. So maybe there's something particularly wrong with this individual plant. I would say if they're 3 different species, it might be that this one possibly is a super hot and therefore it's more susceptible to being outdoors rather than indoors. Also, the soil in this pot looks quite dark, which suggests to me it's quite wet. Are these chillies too wet? Chillies don't like having their feet wet, as we know. If we think there's a problem with one particular plant out of the 3, then looking at the roots can sometimes be a good indicator of the individual plant health. So I would probably be asking, when you potted up into this pot, how did the root ball look on these 3 individual plants? Was the root ball on that one weaker than the other 2? Possibly if it's a problem with just 1 out of the 3 plants, then looking at the root ball can be a good indicator of the viability of the individual plants. So I would be asking, how did the root ball look when you potted it on? If it wasn't very big compared to the other 2, it might be an indicator that there's an underlying disease or weakness on that in that particular plant. So it might be that that particular plant's just not going to make it on this occasion. In this image, we got a query from the customer about whether it was a good idea to pot on this particular plant. And it was accompanied by another image which showed that the plant does have some ripening fruits on it. So where we are now, early August, the advice we gave was that yes, you can pot on the plant now, but we suggest picking any ripe or ripening fruits to allow the plant to focus on getting used to its new root environment for a week or 2, and to not be alarmed if there's a slight drop off in flowering and fruiting activity during that period while the plant gets used to its new environment. But there's still plenty of time in the season for this plant to be potted on and produce well for you. One thing I noticed was there's a picture of the soil in the image. I said make sure that you're happy with the drainage of the soil. Chillies like really free draining soil, and to maybe consider mixing in some perlite or vermiculite into the mixture. Just wanted to share this image with you. Just goes to show that chillies can perform really, really well in the UK. This is in someone's greenhouse and their KN got over 8 feet tall. In this image, you can see lots of little white husks. Now, we get a lot of inquiries saying, what are the white bugs on my plant sometimes? These are actually shedded skins of aphids. So it's not actually the white bits that you need to be concerned about, it's looking for the living green aphids, which will be lurking on the underside of leaves or inside the curled up buds of new growth on the plant. The most effective way to get rid of aphids is physically scour your plant and pick off the aphids and squish them. If your plant is too big or there's too many aphids to do that, then you could use some sort of aphid or bug spray, which is available through us or can be found in garden centres, etc. There's no reason for your plant not to recover if you can get on top of an aphid problem. Of a propagator with plugs in which chilli seeds have been planted, we can see that only one has germinated. Now, a couple of red flags from this picture would be, firstly, the plugs look very wet, and chillies do not like their feet to be wet at any point in their life. So it's possible that the seeds may have rotted of the other ones beneath the soil. Also, I would say this propagator is not on a heated mat, and it's very difficult to get the kind of temperatures that chillies like to be germinated at without using a heated mat or a heated propagator, or keeping your chillies in an airing cupboard or something like that, for 27 degrees ideally to germinate chillies. So the fact only one has come through normally would suggest that there is an environmental issue, because the seeds are viable, one has germinated, but it's likely the soil is either too wet, too cold, or both for those seeds to have germinated. In this image you can see there's some curling in the new growth on this chilli plant. Now this, normally the red flag that this raises is aphids or pests. So where the aphids are drinking the sap from the leaves, it can cause a bit of deformed growth. So the first thing I would say here is look out for aphids on your plants, pick them off, squish them. In this image, there's a couple of red flags raised. First one is, this is in an outdoor environment, it's in a greenhouse. The plants are getting quite tall, so that might be an early indicator that the plants are not getting enough light in the location that they are in. This is also something to look out for if you're growing on a windowsill. The second potential red flag in this particular image is the yellowing leaves, which, as I said, it can be a sign of nutritional deficiency. So what soil have you used and what feed are you using on a regular basis as well? If you can crack those two things, then you should see good recovery in your plant. There's a short list of recent red flags that I've seen coming through to us in our customer setups. What can you see in yours, and have you seen any others in yours that I haven't talked about? Let us know in the comments below.